Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some of the most beautiful sim in the out there. As we're going back into Rule the Waves today, and we are checking out the new update that just dropped today, and see how this all works. I j- just changed a bit of the settings here for our favorite um spreadsheet simulator, as we will have a run here now with the Royal Navy from 1890 till 1970. And the special rule that I have put on myself here is that whenever there is a prestige option, when there is when there's an option where we can get prestige, we have to take it, and we can never take an option that costs us prestige. So no matter, because the Royal Navy is pretty strong, so there needs to be a handicap. Maybe there doesn't need to be. We will see how good the AI is now with the new changes. But usually there needs to be a handicap. I just changed the UI to, or the screen, to 125% scaling, so that you guys should see a bit more text and so on. Um, so I hope you guys can read at least a bit of the stuff on your screens. But yeah, we will play the Royal Navy here. We will we are playing on very large, or on super large, the biggest fleet size. We're playing with AI advantage, so the AI gets a bit more income to spend, and we're also playing with harsh peace treaties, so that things can be swinging around a bit more with each war. And if we lose a war, we might get punished quite heavily, but also if we win, we might gain a bit more. Um, yeah. So what do we have here with the Royal Navy? We start with a couple of interesting ships ourselves here, starting with the Collingwood and the Howie class of battleships. We have a lot of both. In total, 19 ships here. And the Collingwood, they come with 13-inch guns, both of them do, but they have four of them, but on terrible -3 quality. We even already have better guns, but they are still equipped with the old ones. The Howies here, they already have the 13-inch gun with a -2 quality, as we have a decent amount of 6-inch guns on them. Ships under construction, we have the Buffleur class, which comes with 12-inch guns on -2 quality, and yeah, decent speed of 6. And yeah, we will have to manage our vast global empire here. We have holdings on the Northeast Pacific. Like, basically, we have holdings everywhere outside of the Northwest Pacific and the Central Pacific. So we will have to keep a presence in a lot of spaces. We can get into a lot of potential wars and have to build a navy that can fight everywhere whilst keeping the home islands safe from being blockaded. So this should be interesting. We have decent wild mix of heavy cruisers here, or armored cruisers. Diadems here with a lot of 14-inch guns. Two 7-inch guns on the small ones here. We have a couple of corvettes with a couple one of them being capable of moving to the east. And yeah, I feel like the Howies are actually the better of our two early battleships. Like, they have the better guns. Yes, they only have short range. These are a good bit more heavily armored. So the Collingwoods, but both of them are not that great. Collingwood just feels pretty expensive for what it does, so we will mothball most of them. Or yeah, more than half of them. The Howies and the rest of the Collingwoods we will keep around. Let's go for fleet organization and let's try to create some battle fleets here, as we will need at least 4 battle divisions. Division 2, Division 3. Actually, might need 5 here, as the Collingwoods that are in active service will be moved into Battle Division 1. Currently managing here our first fleet. We're trying to set this all up. Hey, Steven. Hey, BBF. Hello there. Yeah. We will move the other ones, mothballed ones, into 2 divisions as well. So with 3 of them into Division 4, others into Division 5. Ah, that worked out. No, it did work. Okay. Then the Howies. We have 6 of them. No, we have 7 of them as well, right? Yeah, we have 7. So all of you to Division 2. All you go into Division 3. Division 2 and 3 basically being our home fleet. Battle Division 1 being our flag fleet, which we might move around the globe depending on how things escalate. That's why we have them stay in active service. We could reserve fleet the Division 3 ships as well, then we should be able to get a bit more money out of all of this. Having to get our prioritizations here clear. This is our Mediterranean force, okay. Diadems. They are good cruisers. I like them for that role. We have the Aurelius, which are pretty similar design. They are 21 knots, so that I prefer, obviously. We're not we're building an. Yeah, this is more of a defensive, small but cruiser. 19 knots is not great for a small one because that means it can't run, but it also kind of can't fight against other armored cruisers. Yeah, building a couple more of these here, I believe, will be the idea. They're just seemingly superior. -1 quality. Some orange guns. I believe they're basically the same here. Yeah, they're just a more modern variant, or yeah, a lot of 2-inch guns there. Yeah, the same amount of 2-inch guns, 4-inch belt. They were designed with 20 knots as well. They were just lucky that they came out as a good design. There is the chance for this in the game. Sometimes your ship come out better than hoped. Sometimes they come out worse than planned and hoped. The light, these are the light ones here. They're reserve forces. They're more of a trade protection one. For that reason, we can mothball them here for now. Let's create some med cruisers that are currently in the Mediterranean. Go in. Protection cruisers. Should not get into any battles, but we at least have them organized that way then. Like, I wouldn't really need to get them into a division, but might as well. Rest is pretty spread out around the globe. We might make these our Pacific kind of cruisers. Far East cruisers. So I want some of them as battle fleet cruisers as well. And we have a good amount of light cruisers. Sitting down to Champion. Two 9-inch guns, okay. That's an interesting design. Two 8-inch guns. 21 knots. 8 6-inch guns. They only have a 2-inch build. These had the 3-inch build, right? Yeah, that's the reason why this one is so much heavier. Hey, Krayling. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about the spreadsheet game ahead of us, or if you have any suggestions or so, let me know. As I said, the limitation that we're running under is that we have to be a full-on ass kissers. Every time there is an option that gives us prestige, we have to choose it, uh, even if that costs us dearly in some regards. The champions here, yeah, we have a lot of those. To be our protector. Try to figure out which. Oh, okay. I like these as well, with a lot of 6-inch guns to deal with other cruisers. The two 9-inch guns ones, like the 9-inch guns, most likely are pretty terrible. Yeah, -2 quality. These are not the best. Not quite sure what's going on with the graphics glitch. That feels like it has to do with the patch. When I first opened it, that didn't happen. And when we design ships, I believe it works out as well. Yeah, works out just fine. Hopefully that goes away through the gameplay. The items set up here. Just some international ships. Yeah, we are still working on that. Haven't reached that yet. We are currently still organizing the fleet that we got. We will get to planning out what to get on with. It starts 1890. We start 1890. There's a colonial cruiser design that helps to be in colonial tonnage. What exactly do you mean with that? Like, know how the colonial system works, like the colonial service. Not quite sure what you mean with the. We're currently absolutely fine, as a lot of our cruisers are home. Yeah, I have played the game quite significantly, a bit on stream back in 2024, and especially off stream as well. The little ship icons here on the left, they have been around for a bit. But there might be some new ones. I believe the Corvette ones might be new. I believe they have been in the last patch though. But yeah, there are some new things. I'm really interested to see how the AI improvements work. Like, that's one of the biggest pet peeves with the game, that the AI is not amazing. Yeah, we will need a Mediterranean light cruiser formation as well. We want to have them more unanimous. This should return to Northern Europe. I think we gotta get the Arethrusas in there. The Mediterranean CL. The Arethrusas in there. Home fleet. Light cruisers. Light cruisers. Slavery. Light cruiser 1, because we likely gonna have multiple of those. Yeah, we want these for our main battle line, and the other Arethrusas are better for global expeditions. So all the champions. We have so many champions. They're weirdly organized. Usually they're organized by class, but they're somehow not. Get you all back to Northern Europe. See how that goes. Fleet 2. HF. They. Why did I name? Okay. Champions here. Vision. Home fleet. Far East. Gale Division. Yeah, these are going to be the protective ones. These are just corvettes. We have them up Rastusas. Also the Caribbean and the Atlantic. Yeah, these are the Americans. Okay. Else. But yeah, South African one in there as well. Then we have to get some Far East ones. The Constances can go in there. And do we have any more? These ones are protective to Northern Europe. To go through the Mediterranean. To Division Far East. Southeast Asia, please. Descendants are all corvettes. So this is all going okay. Abukir. Yeah, we need some Far East heavy cruiser, armored cruiser division as well. Cruiser division. ACA. Let's go. Okay. The naval race hasn't started yet, but we're trying to go the full on. So yeah, we tried to get the up. No, we tried to get these guys in there. But these guys are the ones that we want for our home fleet because so we return these to Northern Europe. The years they have a lot of what? They have even more? No, they have 14-inch. Okay, these are good for Far East Squadron. Ocean. Asia. Okay. To go in there as well. We might have to make an Indian Ocean specific division as well, but for now we keep it like this. Mediterranean one is fine. We don't have many ships back at home right now, which is a problem. Like our armored cruiser line is basically all out on international business trips right now. We don't have enough cruisers for the home fleet. Home fleet. One cruisers, like we want to at least have 10 of them as well. These guys are okay for that. For half of it, but might want to have an America's one as well. These are want to keep them somewhat similar. Etne. Similar to the Aboukhirs, they're slightly better. For now, these guys. Vision, home fleet. First, these should be the flagships. Fleet. Fleet. We need France and Russia are the scariest opponents right now. So yeah, we keep it like this. We go with higher research. We go with 11% for now. And we want get good naval guns. Want to get good ship design. We don't care as much about hull construction. We don't care as much about explosive shells. Doctrinally, we don't need anything just yet. Change anything here. Yeah, I'm not trying to game the system as hard as possible. Like, yeah, we want to build more of. Well, those ships came out good. So 21 not cruisers are always nice. 3 more of those sound good right now. We are fine with getting these 2 battleships. They are just fine. Don't believe we need more of them. I like the 8 6-inch guns secondaries. Like, that's better than what we got here, right? We have 2 6-inch guns only. A lot of 2-inch guns that are pretty useless. 6 5-inch guns, which are not bad, but I like 6-inch guns a bit better. We have to fight cruisers and, well, yeah, this ship is not half bad. 12.5-inch. Yeah, this is the patch that is preempting the DLC, Grayling. And yeah, but I'm not that interested in the DLC. Like, the historical battles part and so on is not what I play this game for. But the improvements to the normal campaign, I'm really happy with. I'm looking forward, especially to how the AI performs and so on. What other kind of smaller stuff they maybe added. Okay, overview. Northern Europe, we already have somebody. We know anything about anyone? No, okay. And we might as well just add random worlds. See how that all plays out. Need someone with your Northeast Asia. We are running out of admirals here right now. We had 1, 2. Which is kind of hilarious that we just don't have. South American East Coast is not the most important. West Coast is not important at all. South Pacific. Okay. Okay, we don't have someone for everything. Or we don't have anything in the Baltics either. I just realized. But we are blockading the Baltics, so yeah. Outside of that, only East Asia is without control. Okay, so I believe that's the setup. We could just build bigger dock size here. For now, we have the Realos building. Have some interesting CLs building still. The home fleet, these are for going out there and fighting with other cruisers. 1 more or defensive cruisers. No submarines out there yet. Improving dock size. Have some coastal batteries. The United Kingdom, Trinidad, and Ireland. want to add some. Let's build some 6-inch guns. Singapore. Other ports. Yeah, let's some guns to our colonial possessions. Some of our key colonial possessions. 6-inch coastal guns on Malta as well. That should be good. Yeah. The two 9-inch guns are quite wild. They are also of. Those were the other ones. The two 9-inch guns also have -2 quality, I believe. Yeah. You only can get them there, so their penetration values are limited. I like that the SAP armor piercing shells now are shown. That wasn't the case before the patch, I believe. So that's a nice quality of life change. And yeah, let's get through our first month. We can't add anybody there. We have an admiral. Okay, they promoted an admiral. Placed them in command. That is fine by me. Don't know anything about anyone anyway. Having random officers assigned for now is fine by me. Admirals and rear admirals being placed positions. Officer now. All of these guys as well. So nothing happened in the first month. But now we need to find ships to send on foreign station. Okay. We will need some more corvettes. We need a bigger home fleet. That's an interesting. 2 6-inch guns and corvettes, huh? But why don't you come out too heavy? Okay, we go down to 14 knots. We'll be overgunned. Okay. Yeah, thought as much. Okay. Then we can actually get you up in speed again when we build your 5-inch guns. Colonial is activated. The Border Knights. Build some Border Knight class ships. For now. Add them to foreign station. That works. Station as well, and then we have it for now. But yeah, just make sure we will build a couple more colonial corvettes. Hawkish government has arisen. Do we have anything that gives us prestige? No. Okay. Good navy is not a provocation to war. The surest guarantee of peace, but it must be coupled with careful diplomacy. Let's go with more budget, but that's not. Well, we can escalate it actually. The first war should be an easy one. Move delayed. Okay. Build some more of these corvettes. They are pretty affordable. Let's go. Yeah. Corvettes getting built. We have enough money to afford all of this easily now, thanks to the new hawkish government. Yeah. Fine with building more of these for now. 21-inch. We'll get full them soon. 5 of them. Let's build one more, then we have a replacement. In case one of them goes down. Have a division plus a replacement. Sounds like a good idea. Don't believe we need more battleships right now. I mean, yeah, the French and the Russians are catching up a bit there, but most of their battleships are not really competitive. This one is an interesting design. This is actually, it's pretty slow, but the general quality here is not half bad. We might want to increase our intelligence on both of those navies. Yeah, the French, they have a lot of 10,000 ton. I love French battleships. Are the beauty. The Gallia class here with two 13-inch single guns and then two 12-inch wing guns. A lot of 5-inch guns. So these are pretty annoying to fight with any kind of cruiser. Like, you don't want to get close to these with a cruiser. But yeah, the floating hotels here coming around in beautiful shape. Bouvet. What? That was an interesting design as well. France, what the hell is this? That's a beautiful ship as well. I love it. Yeah, we have -3 guns on our Collingwoods. Great. Okay, they're all going slower than our ships, which is fantastic news. Oh no, these are going 16, so they're the same speed. The Russian ones are all slower. The Italians? Oh, yeah, the Italians always have interesting ships early on. 15-inch guns on these, which is big. Like, I don't believe we can design a ship currently with 15-inch guns. Those will be -3 15-inch guns, but it's 15-inch guns. I believe we can't design anything with 15-inch guns because the -3 options are not available for building. And they are actually going decently fast. Like, the Italians usually get interesting designs. The rest of the world has too small of shipbuilding capabilities. Like, the Spanish are decent, but the Spanish Navy is not really something that we should be scared of on its own. As you can see, they're relatively slow as well, 15 and 14 knots. The Italians are decently fast, because for the Mediterranean you want to be decently fast, and they have these 15-inch guns in these interesting positions midships on both of their ships. They don't have uh, they don't have deck fire yet. You can see there is some superstructure in the middle. These can't fire cross deck, so they only have a 2-gun salvo, I believe. They don't have cross deck fire. I don't think so. They might have, but I don't think they do. I don't think they do have cross deck fire. Would be interesting to know. They're building really small ones now. Okay. Yeah, the rest of the French Navy here, a lot of major importance. The Germans shouldn't be a threat for now. Okay, they get that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Those guns are smaller and so on. If it has cross deck fire, that's like, these are good ships, but they're not building more of them. These are also massive ships. Like, they're bigger than ours. Like, they're bigger than anything else in the world right now. So, the Enrico Dandolo class, for sure, a choice. The 3-inch guns are decent against corvettes and light cruisers. Corvettes and destroyers, but I believe 3-inch guns, if we have a look, they don't really have any penetration. We can have a look on the stats. If we go to a light cruiser, like 6-inch guns still have some penetration. They can go up to 3.8 inch, so 6-inch guns can even be somewhat scary against heavier cruisers when getting close enough in some cases, and can penetrate the light cruisers. Meanwhile, yeah, exactly. Like, 3-inch guns are only there to deal with destroyers and corvettes, and they can start fires still. Like they can still damage unprotected superstructure and so on, but they don't have any penetration value. So that's why often 3-inch guns are not that great until there are some destroyers. Then they might play some role. And later on in the late game, they're pretty good at dual purpose against AA, and then also can help out against destroyers there. But yeah, before that, you don't really want to do 3-inch guns, and 2-inch guns, obviously, similar thing. By the tertiary 2-inch guns here, they likely won't do much. Yeah, they are likely, as I said, they are likely -3. I got number one. They should not achieve that much. Okay, let's see. Doubtful rebutes offers to sell us the latest invention in submarines. You have the money. Submarines now would be pretty funny. War has broken out in the Balkans. We could claim Italy. Interesting. Let's try to go to war with the French early on. What do we try to just bully Russia? Let's actually try to bully Russia here if they take the bait. Tension between France and Austria increases. Germany increases. Yeah, Spain and USA increase because Spain controls Cuba and the Philippines. Or no, Spain and Japan, right? And decrease between Austria, Hungary, and Italy. Okay, that is interesting. Nice, thanks for that, private shipbuilding companies. And we need more tonnage on foreign station. The Iranian needs a lot out of us. Then Africa as well. Okay. Ariadnes, we want to keep around as our home fleet. Already on foreign station for you. That both of you to foreign station. Well, Singapore has new 6-inch guns. So does Gibraltar and Malta. And here we go. So we can't choose either of these options. We have to choose the escalatory option. And the threat, the freedom of the seas is threatened by imperialistic ambitions of Russia. Might have a German-Russian alliance coming apart together with the Germans here are getting pissed off by us. The Americans building new battleships will do the French. That's some more of their Gangoots. The ones that I already got, right? No. Oh no. New. Sovereign class. Okay, that's bigger ships. Fran and the Republic. Interesting. Okay. Kind of want to get some researches before I do anything. We're playing with a big diversion in technology, so we don't know what is coming. There might be technology coming earlier than expected. There might be technology coming in a lot later, and some technology might have different effects, like some engine modifications might be more helpful than expected or other way around. So interesting to see as well. Latona. Yeah, we will need to build some battleships. Yeah, no, we're not gonna go 8-inch guns. Something like this. 13-inch guns with -2. Nice. 17 knots for sure is the goal. Like this. Like some 2-inch guns just for keeping fire. They can still start fires on the enemy and so on. That's all fine. That doesn't save us. Okay. We armor further. We don't really need more armor anywhere right now. Coverage is normal. Could increase the standard belt a bit here. Well, like yeah, we're fully protected currently against our own 13-inch shells. This early on. Ships mostly go down just to pure metal being pushed against them and fires being started from coal dust and all. Armor currently is king. We are interested in the Victorious class. It's a good name as well. Building the biggest ship around. Nice. The invention of the eccentric sciences has proven to be considerable value of the research of in submarines. Would be kind of funny. I would go submarines if we get some. Latona's here around soon. Tomache as well. Somewhat overweight. Okay. Tension with Russia reduced as they do not want to poke us. Okay, yeah, they don't want to war with us right now. But at the same time increased, so in the end, yeah, still goes down. Okay. Add those 2 new light cruisers. Latona and Great Cruiser. And Romai here. These are some for the home fleet. Plus some we already have home fleet once filled. Would be nice in the Mediterranean. Okay. Need to fill the post of naval attaché in Denmark. Prestigious position, prestigious appointment that no officer would refuse. Let's see, do we have any? Yeah, we already have some below average. Let's send them there. Then we can build 3 Victorious class battleships here without problems. Might want to build a full division. For now, we can't afford that. Gotta keep the budget safe. Yep. Workings. There's they will fit in well in the Battle Division 5 or Docs completed. That's nice as well. Liberal government. We can't choose this. Can't say we can live with this, but this will spell doomed for our naval power. We'll be at the mercy of other nations that are better prepared. That absolutely is correct. Can't take that. Belt and sloping armor deck configuration. It's sloping deck armor scheme. Okay. Slope decks. Does increase weight, but obviously here as well. Have to see. That's something for later, but might might want to switch to that already. Making a this slightly in belt armor. I would need to go up 6,500. Go for the Triumph class. Relatively similar armor. Okay, 1,700. We have the tonnage. I believe we're just gonna do that. How that gets out. Like instead of building more of the Victorious. But we still built them for the same division, so 2 more of the Triumph class. Italy has completed PA Italia, the largest armored cruiser in the world, at nearly 12,000 tons. Like that's the same weight, or that's heavier than our lighter battleships, and that's the same weight nearly as our heavier battleships right now. So, what the hell did they put on those? Italia. Okay, armored cruiser with 4 12-inch guns. It only has 5.5-inch belts, so it can be penetrated by 8-inch guns and higher at closer ranges. But it goes 19 knots with 10 7-inch guns and 4 12-inch guns. Like, for other cruisers, this is super scary. Do you need dock size in any of your colonial seasons? We might. Base. Currently, none of them are exceeded. In the match, so here we might build up no base capacity. It's actually pretty good. We have pretty big bases areas. Counting as Southeast Asia, yeah. Finland, that's good. Well, we don't need that much here. Might need a bit more base capacity here. 5 5. Have good basing power over here. Might build up here. Downland that a bit further. Capacity. Nowhere even close. Caribbean we have quite good basing power as well. But having it a bit bigger at the east coast so that we can send more there. If a war breaks out, can be helpful. Might want to build up Malaya as well. We have 100 here right now. Oh no. No, we don't. We have way more thanks to Hong Kong. Okay. So Southeast Asia should not be a problem either. And yeah, with Ceylon and India and all the other bases here. We have and oh yeah, Yemen. Pretty big as well. Mediterranean. Idiot Malta. 90 here at Gibraltar. Not so much at Cyprus, but still enough. So, not really an issue. Waiting for the Triumph class now, too. That's there. Our ship. There's Fate already. The Navy cannot be a hotbed for scandals. Have the cat here. Sorry, Captain Parnell, but can't have you like that. 11-inch guns. Nice. And the 2 new battleships. And 2 Division 4. Okay. Can we piss off the Russians? Want to build 2 Triumph class. Belt and hoping armor deck configuration. Nice. Colonial crisis with Germany has arisen. You're asked for recommendations. So yeah, no prestige here, no minus prestige here. So we have to safeguard our interest. If it leads to war, we are prepared to fight. Yeah. Let's go. IST engines. Actually, not as much as I expected here. Press. Rallis class. Another one. Action cruisers. Okay. Scientists report that they are working on the problems of improved design calculations. This has so far eluded them. Improved AP shot design. Not successful there either. Triumph class battleships coming along. We could build another one of those. But we also might want to build some more light cruisers. Are not of these who are for the Mediterranean division. We have that many champions. Yeah, we have 10 champions. So we have home fleet 3. Yeah, that's correct. These two ships to it. You want something somewhat similar. 8-inch guns, it's -1? Yeah. Okay. In general, like these designs. Can't go to 21 knots, so fine by me. Interesting design as well with okay. 9-inch guns here. Let's go down to 8-inch guns. 3-inch belts. Then go down to 7,000 tons. Can only build them as protected cruisers. Have better rate of fire, better gun characteristics, and actually have more penetration as well. So down a bit here makes sense. Whilst 6-inch guns should do fine as well. So Moine class. Let's go. So that's service. Major foreign policy crisis has erupted with Russia. If war is to come, might as well come now. Oh, that looks good. Can't afford a full division of these, so actually we'll go with another full division. These protected cruisers. A new battleship division being built as well. This gives prestige, right? Oh. Increase morale and combat effectiveness of the yeah, let's do it. Excellent idea. We might get into a battle. IST engines. Bit of lighter engine power. No Harvey armor just yet. Okay, we have another one. The Euryalus class. In the Balkans, we need the prestige. So we demand that the guilty are brought to justice even at the risk of war. There has been political murder in the Balkans. And we are in our first war. Okay. Let's mobilize. I should have mobilized earlier. Yeah, this is actually not great. We will need send something. They are not directly next to them in the Far East. I have a battleship there. Okay, the Fifth Fleet moves to Southeast Asia. Have some time to train getting there. They get into a decent state. And we need to get ships to trade protection. Ships in total have more than that. Have our protection cruisers here. And home fleet duty. a good trade protection. Well, for these, another champion that doesn't have a division yet. Two division, home fleet, defense 3. Well, we're playing. You can only choose the prestige option, though. We have ourselves some handicap. I wanted to play some Royal Navy, but yeah, whenever there is a prestige option, we have to choose the prestige option. We can't take the negative prestige option either. No matter into how many wars it gets us, no matter how many stupid things we do for our government because of it. It's prestige all the way. And yeah, let's see how the new AI or the improved AI does work. Not the new AI. Improved one. These fleets are okay.